Hi, one best here on Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We're the odds column of sportsbookreview.com, SBRodds.com. Today is Friday, December 9th, and we're talking right now with Doug Upstone from Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. We're going to cover a couple of bowl games.
I love this guy. He's that guy, you know?
We only have done NFL with him this year, though. I think this is the first college set of college games we're going to do with him.
It is, yeah.
But something tells me he's as good or better at college than he is at NFL. Would you say that's accurate, Doug?
Most years, I'll be 100% honest, this was not my usual standards for college football, but in the 3 previous times that this has occurred, I killed it in the bowl games, so I'm ready to go.
Okay, sounds
good.
Well, we got
confidence, baby.
An interesting one here, kind of a tough one. Dollar General Bowl. It goes on Friday the 23rd.
Comes
Ohio
up with these
and
names.
Troy.
That's what I want to know, Pete.
Yeah, and Troy obviously was a quality
Dollar
team, a
General
super quality team this year, and kind of their Super Bowl was their game against Appalachian State, which they won.
Yeah.
But around that, they lost 5 out of their other 6 games ATS. So they were down the stretch of the regular season. They were a good team to fade. And Ohio was an interesting MAC team. Had some good games. Had some bad games. They were kind of middling 50-50 ATS. So this is kind of a tricky one. The other thing is that this is being played in Mobile, Alabama, which would give a home state or regional field advantage to Troy. That's the epic issue that people love to debate. Does Troy get a home field advantage here or not from that? But it is being played in their home state, and the line right now is Troy minus 3.5, totals 49. I have no opinion in this one. Maybe I'll have an opinion when I look into it deeper later on in the month, but we'll see what Doug has to say. You have anything to say about this one, Mike Brenner?
Yeah, I do, and I do think the home field advantage will play into it because Troy's just that kind of team that the crowd, when they know that they're successful, they're having a good year, they gather around. They really have a good following. With that being said, on the other side of the ball, you got Ohio. Now, was last week their Super Bowl? Did it quench their thirst, or do they catapult from that game? Because I'm telling you, they played one hell of a game against Western Michigan.
Yeah.
P.J. Fleck said he did not see that coming. That was his words. He didn't see that coming. But you know what? Ohio, I got a feeling that momentum is going to lift them to the next level, saying, we can do this. We deserve to be here. And that plays everything into the way I look at games. So with that being said, I want to turn it over to our buddy and see what Doug's got to say.
All right.
I might jump in the truck with him if he's on the side, I think.
I'm sure Doug's already done some in-depth research on this one to help shed some light on it. Doug Upson, what can you tell us about Ohio and Troy in the Dollar General Bowl?
Well, let's start with Ohio. Now, this team is built around defense, and they actually finished 26th nationally and giving up 22.2 points per game, and really did a great job in holding the other team down. And as Mike mentioned, like with Western Michigan, I mean, they held them 14 below points, their normal scoring average. So that was quite impressive. Now, offensively, they're really below average. The Bobcats are at 26.5 points per game. So in this contest, they're going to have to run the ball because they're not that efficient passing. So unless they have one working with the other, I think they could struggle here. But the one thing you have to look at, this year they were 6-1 against the spread in away games. And as a bowl underdog since 2006, they're 4-2 against the spread. Now, looking at the other side of the coin is Troy. Now, Troy also was a very good defensive team. It was actually slightly better than Ohio U and finishing 22nd nationally and giving up 22 points per game. And down the stretch, they seemed, though, to wear out a little bit. I mean, for the season, they only gave up 124 yards rushing, but in their last 4 games, they gave up 175.5. So I think this break will be welcome for them to kind of get, the juices flowing again and get refueled again. Now, this team is their first time that they've had a winning record since 2010. So I think they'll be really excited to play in this game. So final breakdown, I think this is going to be a very low-scoring game based on early bowl games, which typically are high-scoring. And I look at Troy; they have the better passing offense. They have the overall better defense, more team speed, the home field advantage, if you will, as you mentioned. And I think because they'll be pleased to be back into the bowl picture, I got Troy to win by 7 or more over Ohio U.
All right, minus 3.5. What do you think, Mike Brenner? You going to jump in there with him?
I don't know. But I thought he was going to go towards the under on that. And, we got a good friend of ours in town that's a presenter that does some work out of Atlanta. And he also said that these two teams tend to go low. Ohio definitely, trends low scoring. I'm not going to pull any trigger, but I'm damn sure not going to refute anything Doug Upstone has to say. I like the breakdown.
Does make sense. And, I mean, Troy was definitely a juggernaut for their level of college football this year. A very, very, very very impressive team, especially defensively.
And one factor that Doug touched on, again, you got such a distance between games. This is, obviously different from anything on the schedule when it comes to bowl time. How teams react makes all the difference. So that's where coaching comes in. You got to keep these kids prepared. We did a video with a guy yesterday. He was talking about the bowl game's going to be in Miami. His team's never been to a bowl game. Those kids can't wait to get down there to have a beach life. They're probably going to get pounded. So those are the type of factors you got to play into it for any bowl. And that's my thoughts on that, Pistol.
All right. Troy, -3.5 is Doug Upstone's recommended pick. Thanks so much, Doug.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Have a good one, Doug.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.